Vehicle service contracts are what we commonly think of as aftermarket warranties for your car in case major repairs are needed. But several people say a local company that sells those has stalled on its promises to pay.
7 investigator Heather Catallo has been digging into Infinite Auto Protection. Now the Attorney General is stepping in as well, directing them to stop what prosecutors call unlawful business practices.
No one wants to be stuck with a pricey car repair bill. That's why John Caldwell wanted a vehicle service contract for his Cadillac SUV. Vehicle service contracts are often thought of as warranties to help you pay for repairs. Caldwell says he did a ton of research before spending more than $2,400 on a vehicle service contract from Romulus-based Infinite Auto Protection.
They had, at the time, some very good reviews.
But Caldwell says when he needed Infinite Auto Protection to pay a claim back in 2019, everything fell apart.
They refused to pay for the diagnostic fee. So after going back and forth with them several times, I finally got fed up and said, okay, I'm going to cancel the contract.
Caldwell says the company agreed to send him the balance of his contract. But despite countless emails and calls,
They essentially ghosted me.
After months of waiting, Caldwell says Infinite Auto Protection, which is also known as Opulent Marketing Incorporated, entered arbitration with him. The arbitrator sided with Caldwell, calling the contract unconscionable, and awarded Caldwell $1,500. But Caldwell says they still did not pay.
It's frustration more than anything, and they refuse to honor their very own contract. In fact, they refuse to provide services that are clearly spelled out in their contract.
I was devastated. I was incensed.
Alan Pfeffer says he also did his homework, reading reviews and checking for lawsuits before buying an Infinite Auto Protection vehicle service contract for his Audi.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The car was beautiful. It was a joy to get into until the turbochargers failed.
Pfeffer says that repair bill was more than $11,000.
I was shocked to find out how much it was going to cost. The next day I got a call from Infinite and they said we're not paying the claim.
Pfeffer says he too tried to cancel his contract last May.
So they were supposed to send me a check for $2,100, which hasn't come.
So Pfeffer contacted the Michigan Attorney General, who says they've received more than 125 complaints since 2019 about Infinite Auto Protection. The AG just sent them this notice of intended action, directing them to immediately cease and desist from engaging in unlawful business practices. And that's not all. The 7 investigators have learned the state of California also issued a cease and desist order to Infinite Auto Protection, saying the company sold vehicle service contracts to consumers there without a license. Also, the owner of this BMW in Florida won a $26,000 default judgment against the company.
The court will grant the request for civil contempt.
Also, a couple in Colorado tried taking Infinite to court here in Michigan to enforce their $35,000 default judgment, but no one from the company responded to the court. Infinite Auto Protection did not respond to our attempts to talk to them at their Romulus office or on the phone. We even traveled to the address designated in their state paperwork to accept legal service for them, but that business just referred us to another company in Idaho who refused to contact the owners.
Well, can you pass on a message that we're trying to get in touch with them? We want to make sure their side is represented in our story.
After our visits, searching for Infinite Auto Protection online suddenly showed them as permanently closed.
People are losing their money and getting no return for their investment.
Better Business Bureau President Melanie Ducanel says the Eastern Michigan BBB has received 336 complaints about Infinite. They also downgraded the company to an F, and they've been actively working with the Attorney General
To get prosecution, to potentially get resolution, and hopefully money back to those consumers who have been defrauded.
It's unconscionable that they can do this and get away with it for so long and to so many people.
It took months, but John Caldwell eventually got his money back. But the Attorney General says many other people are still waiting for their refunds. If you've had trouble with this company, the Attorney General's office would like to hear from you. We have information on how to get in touch with them at WXYZ.com. I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you much.